tension at the border of Israel and Gaza is palpable tonight. You can hear it where Nick Robertson is. You can even hear the thuds of the explosions in Gaza from here in Tel Aviv. It comes as we are learning tonight about the incredible bravery of a retired Israeli general who headed straight into Nahal Oz kibbutz, which is just a few miles from Gaza, as it was under attack on Saturday morning. And along the way, General Ziv, armed only with a pistol, encountered Israeli soldiers who were outmanned and outgunned. And I spoke with him. He was deeply emotional as he told me about the horrors he witnessed. General, that morning, Saturday morning, was this the gun? What gun did you have?
This is new.
This is new.
The gun that I had was a little bit more simpler. It's this one.
That was your pistol. So you were about to go for a bike ride.
Correct.
Take your pistol with you?
No. I live next to Kfar Saba.
Yeah.
It's like an hour and a half from here. And I was biking my bike at 6 o'clock like every Saturday. And we heard the alert. And I thought it's might be some racket or something simple that we already know.
Yes.
And then I had a call that something very serious and very heavy is happening. So I took that, the uniform that are waiting for such occasion in the cabinet, and took my car and ran to Gaza to engage, to meet the forces.
So then what did you do?
We had very few forces, very few units. So I engaged with the units, and we went to a place to see what's going on. Along the way, we had a lot of engagements. There were huge amount with the Hamas, yes. A lot of close contact engagements. So I was with the soldiers. I was shooting with that. When a soldier was injured next to me, I took his gun and shot. And we progressed from place to place all day long until that night. And then later on that evening, or Saturday night, more units came in, so I helped to engage them into the situation and help them to manage with the battle in some of the kibbutzim.
And General, what did you see? What did you see them doing in this kibbutzim?
No, it's terrible. In my whole military career, I haven't seen such horrifying and terrible things, of killing. I saw women holding their children and being shot by holding them. People were hiding, under furnitures and got murdered. I saw a few people that their head was chopped. Children. Sorry. It was terrible, 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 terrible. And we fail. I feel ashamed. We fail to protect them. They live here. They are the first line of all Israel, of our sovereignty. And we fail to defend them. It's a personal humiliation and national humiliation at the same time.
General, it is hard for anyone to hear what you're saying, to imagine that you had to see a mother holding a child shot, people beheaded. I mean, can you even unsee such things? Could you even comprehend, as you saw it happen, that it was a human being doing these things to another human being?
Nothing of that is human. It's animals. It's only animals can do such a thing. I've never seen such a thing. This is really low as only animal can do. It's only animal can do. There's nothing human that you can see in their act. It's burning people. I went that afternoon and later to the party, to the festival. Hundreds of people and kids, 16, 17, 18 are massacred, are dead. And you saw, because I know when you kill somebody from close contact, and some of them try to escape. So they were waiting for them to get to the car, and they start to shoot at them when they are in the car, they are trapped. And you saw, just overwhelmed the amount of bullets. And later on, they try to burn the car with the bodies. Animals, real animals, and we cannot have them as a neighbor. I mean, If they act as a jungle law, we have to act also with it because we are in the same jungle and we cannot have that jungle in our own homes.
How many Hamas fighters did you see? How many did you see? How many were
Myself,
killed?
in my own eye, dozens of them.
Dozens.
Yeah, but I think there were much above 1,500 Hamas. I mean, I didn't know that by then, but what we have learned later is that there were at least 1,500 people or more. Some of them, are more commando type, the first line of terrorists. Some of them are second echelon, and even civilians. They call civilians to take gun, to come over to the kibbutzim, and rob and rape and do whatever they want. And we killed many of those. By the way, all of them came with weapons.
General, thank you very much.
Thank you very much for asking and being here with us. Thank you very much.
General Ziv did not hold back on criticizing his own government and his own military. He called what happened Saturday a complete failure.
It's a total collapse. I'm not going to say any excuses. It's a total collapse. It's a systematic collapse. It's the intelligence. It's the whole defense system. The defense system has a lot of elements. It's defense, it's the technology, it's the deployment of the army, it's the backup, so many things. It all collapsed. So we cannot, saying that any excuses is not acceptable. We have to inquire that, we have to investigate it, we have to learn a very serious lessons. By the way, in none of the scenarios, we had an idea that the Hamas from a terror organization will act as an army. What we think today is that Iran is behind it. Their plan is a copy-paste of the Hezbollah. They have a similar plan in the north, take over exactly the same thing that we have seen here. But then again, we should have guessed or learned or take under a serious assumption that such thing could have happened. And we didn't.
Well, the security lapse prior to Hamas's assault over the weekend has many wondering what will be done to make sure it never happens again. Joining us now is former Israeli Prime Minister Naftali Bennett. Sir, we appreciate your time this morning. We want to look forward and kind of what to expect, what you're seeing. But to start there, I think it's been striking when you listen to Israeli officials, IDF officials, as they try and figure out what happened, including this from a retired general to our colleague last night. Take a listen.
We fail. I feel ashamed. We fail to protect them. They live here. They are the first line of all Israel, of our sovereignty. And we fail. We fail to defend them. It's a personal humiliation and national humiliation at the same time.
And, sir, I think what stuck out to me, you had an interview with Channel 11 News where you're talking about how the international community views Israel right now. You said, I don't want their pity. I want them to fear us. I want them to understand our strength. Are you concerned that kind of how Israel is perceived has been punctured over the course of the last 6 days?
Oh, absolutely. And whoever that general is correct. There's no doubt the first and foremost duty of a sovereign state is to protect its citizens. And factually, 1,500 Israeli citizens were slaughtered by Nazi monsters. And we're going to have to fix all of this. Look, military history teaches us that time and again, there's a limit to, there are mistakes like Pearl Harbor, like Barbarossa, like 9/11, like the Yom Kippur War, and we're going to have to fix it. But now our view is forward and moving to the next stage from collecting ourselves and kicking out and killing all the terrorists that entered Israel to the next stage, which is the offensive stage.